Good morning, my friends. Happy Wednesday. Hope everyone's doing well this morning. I already did one little painting that I needed to do for an event that I'm going to, which I'm excited about. Hi, Michael. How are you? Good morning, Martina. Hi, Allison. Good morning, Barb. Hi, Anita. How's everyone doing today? Catherine, I think I'm all ready to paint. I'm painting something. Now, this is a photo that Michael of Inspired by Charm took, and he said I could use it as my painting reference. So, let me see. I had this set up. I did a little time lapse of what I was painting earlier this morning, but isn't that beautiful? It's a very different color palette for me because it's really soft, kind of a little bit more grayed out colors than I traditionally paint. So it'll be a fun challenge to mix them. Good morning, Ellen. How are you? Hi, Anita. Hi, Susie. You see what I missed? Hi, Sherry. Yeah, I can't wait to see what I do with it either. It's a little risky because it's very, I think it's just the muted colors maybe that I'm worried about. But, I mean, this is actually a white, what kind of flower is that? I can't think of it. It's not a zinnia. It's oh, Michael, you tell me what it is. But it looks like it's like soft white fabric down there more so than it looks like it's whatever it is. Gosh, oh my gosh, I'm tired. I need to sleep for a really long time. Okay, so I need to mix some kind of muted, I'd call them kind of peachy pinks, kind of brown. I love brown and pink together. And, you know, even though this isn't a brown flower, it's a sunflower. It looks very brown kind of in here. Is it a pink sunflower? Michael, is it a pink sunflower? I'm not sure. And I need greens and like a dark red up in there. Oh, there's a little reflection. Okay, so I'm going to start mixing some colors. Kind of like doing this first. Sometimes I do, when I'm always painting on my own, I always mix my colors first. Yeah, it's a beautiful photo, isn't it? He always takes great photos. Okay, so I think I'll start with my greens first. First, I'm going to have a sip of coffee. Yeah, pink sunflower, pink zinnia. Oh, and a white dahlia. That's the word I couldn't think of. So pretty. Okay. And I want to keep it kind of bold and spontaneous. I'm going to put a really dark green. Good. Now I'm going to lighten my green a little bit. I think it all goes a little bit more to lemon yellow than it does toward Indian yellow. It's like kind of a cooler. I need more lemon yellow out here. Good morning, Cheryl. And then it goes to almost white. That's good. I think I'm going to pull a little bit of that out and add just a little bit of manganese blue hue in there. To kind of have a different shade of that kind of darker green that...
I'm going to work.
All right, have a good day. Yeah, that's nice. Good morning. Oh, I'm painting a floral photo that Michael took of his sunflower, zinnia, and dahlia. It's really pretty. Now I wish I had more of that, so I'm going to make a little bit more. This shade. Oh, wait, I need more green. Sap green is like a very soft color. You need a lot of it. Hello to South Africa. Where's everyone listening from this morning? I'm in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. that's good. Now I want to go lighter. Some of the greens in there almost go white. I would say the photo is, what's it called when it's kind of washed out looking? It's, I shouldn't even try to talk today because obviously words aren't coming out very well. Ottawa, Canada, Illinois, overexposed, I guess that's what it's called. Atlanta, Georgia. I need a little bit more of that, the lighter green. Ellen's back from 2 road trips and home in Central Florida. I'm glad you're back, Ellen. Hope you had a great time traveling around. Sounds fabulous. Okay, so that's a nice array of greens. Now I have to go a little bit more to these pinkish, and because even this green looks a lot like the green that's in the middle of the zinnia. Okay, so I'll do a deeper red and then go toward pinks. All right. Michael, your mom sent me a couple pictures that you took with she took with the butterfly on the flowers. That was gorgeous too. I almost painted that instead, but I kind of like the challenge of these muted colors, so that's what we're going to try. I'm going to pull a little of that out, and I'm going to add a little bit of brown into that. Get a really deep, rich, warm red. And then take this. I'm going to see what it looks like if I have this color out of my palette that I use sometimes when I'm trying to do kind of more muted colors, Montserrat orange. I'm going for more quiet, subtle colors. See, already that turned into that's a nice color for inside of there. I'm going to pull that out and use a little bit of warm white in there. It's not really warm white, let me tell you it's brilliant yellow light from Vasari. Yeah, that's really nice. Do even a little more of that. I'm going to put white in there also. Need a little bit more white. Here it is. Or did somebody ask me a question? Different brands. Yeah, what paint? Yeah, I use different brands. I'm always playing around with brands of paint, seeing which ones I like the most. I like them all. A little bit of an art supply addict. I think I need to get that even lighter. So mostly I have Winsor Newton, Gamblin, Vasari, and a few random tubes of Old Holland and Michael Harding. All right, that's a really nice array. Now I need to do, for that one zinnia in there, it's much brighter. So I'm going to take a little bit of this color and add some of my permanent rose into that. So that keeps it cohesive to kind of use the colors I've already mixed and mix new brighter colors for the flowers next to them. Yeah, that's nice. I think I need a little bit more of this in there, or a lot more. Because that one, the zinnia, is a lot brighter. Yeah, that's really nice. And I have the greens. I'm looking to see what else I need. Michael said, yeah, we were both photographing zinnias and butterflies and caterpillars. Sounds like a great way to spend the day. I love it. Okay, I think I'm caught up. So I had the pinks, the greens, the red. There is a little bit of a really pale pink zinnia in the front that I might try and capture. So I'm just taking a little bit of permanent rose. I'm going to take a bit of my gray. Oh, and I need the whites of the flower in the front, which actually doesn't really look like a flower, but it's mostly really, really white. So let me get more white. And then I need to mix a little bit of gray into it, because that's very subtle. Needs just maybe a little manganese blue hue or something in it. It's a little too flat. Sometimes if I mix like a gray and make a grayish color, I'll skew it one way or another with another color. It still looks gray, but it has more personality. Sometimes grays can get a little beige looking. Not meaning that they look beige, they just look boring. We don't want to be boring ever. Okay, so I don't know. I think that's good. I do need a little bit. I'm going to mix just a little bit. This is, what is this color? This is yellow ochre. I'm going to mix a little yellow ochre with some white too. I feel like there's a little bit of something like that in here. That's a nice complement to these colors in here. So that's a really nice palette. I think that works. We'll see how it goes. I can always mix more or change it if I need to. It's not a commitment. So there's the photo. Thank you, Ellen. Ellen's back answering questions for me. I love it. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to get a big brush. And because I have some more shows coming up, I've been using liquid instead of my Zest It and my base layer to get my paintings to dry a little bit more quickly. And it seems to be helping. But I'm not certain. I can't tell you that I love it or hate it, really. It's just, I'm trying to embrace it. Oops. Okay. Thanks, Ellen. All right, so I have to get, I'll start with greens. Gosh, I used so much of my palette today. I don't have anywhere to go with anything. With my, I feel like I'm out of space. So I was at Mount Gretna Art Show this past weekend, and I met some other friends from Instagram that I'd never met before, which is always fun. I love when people come to see me, to meet me. I always appreciate that. It just feels different using the Zest It. But it definitely does help your paintings dry more quickly. And that's a big problem I have at this time of the year when I feel like I don't have enough paintings. I always paint them. I list them for sale on my website. And then if they sell before I go to the show, then I take them down. But it's hard to remember sometimes. Then I'll end up selling them, and I'm always worried I'll sell them twice. And I can't say that I don't do that. Do you do a sketch on your pen or just use your brush? This is kind of my sketch. I have a grid. Do you see the grid on the background of that? And I draw a grid here so I kind of see where things go. And that's about as much of a sketch as I do. My goal is always to keep my painting super loose. So I don't want to be real precious with things or too tight. So I used to do tight or realistic, more realistic watercolor paintings years ago, and I wanted to loosen up my style, so I spend a lot of energy keeping it loose instead of letting things get too realistic. So big brushes, only using a grid, things like that help to keep my paintings kind of loose and fun. Making sure nobody else wrote to me. Nope, I think I'm good. Some more red under here. I guess I could use that same color for the zinnia. What program do you use to put the grid on the photo? It's called grid hashtag, GRID, and then the symbol, the hashtag. And you can kind of do it on any size, you can do it on any kind of painting. It's really a nice, easy app. My darker. The zinnia center is right about there. Getting in that really dark center of the sunflower. It's in shadow. How long have you been an artist? My entire life I've been an artist. Here, the rosemary brush that I'm using, it's a number 12. Oh, can I zero in on that? I don't know if I can. Nope, it's not letting me. Number 12 Rosemary & Company Eclipse Short Flat. So yeah, I've always been an artist, but I started out as a graphic designer. Did that for years, and I think I'm going to just do some manganese blue hue kind of back in here. I forget what I was saying. How long have I been an artist? But yes, I've always loved art. But I only started really oil painting in the last probably 10 years, maybe. Sometimes people ask me if I wish I had started doing it sooner. I do wish I had learned oil painting sooner, but I don't know that I could have done this as a career before. But, it gets easier and easier to be able to market your own art now because, the world's so different. All art isn't controlled by a few galleries. You can do your own thing and market it yourself and do that, which is really nice. I guess I'll do a little, I'm not sure what to put. I think I'll put that in there. And actually I'm going to do the pink in here too. I'll just lighten it. But I've got to kind of cover the whole the entire, need green in there. I feel like I'm out of zested. I have to get a little bit more zested out. Sorry about that. Did I miss anything? Nope, I'm all caught up. I have to do a little something dark in there. Oh, I know what I wanted, a very light pink for in here. I think even in here. And then the green in here. I love those colors, like that pinkish greenish color, and they're so pretty. A little bit more dark. I think that's close. Maybe I'll just do light pink up here too. That's pretty well covered. I think that gives me a map of where I'm going. And now I can do pigment sticks. Virginia Warner, how are you? We drove by your house in Rehoboth when I was there for the art show. But it didn't look like anybody was home. I'd love to see you guys sometime. Ooh, that's fun. For those that are new to Kim's painting, she's painting this layer in transparent color. Yes, and now I'm doing, these are RNF pigment sticks that I like adding in for spontaneity and juiciness. I like to keep this layer kind of messy because then it's fun to carve it out from the mess. Let me say it kind of surprises me how it all works. The pink and the blue background looks beautiful. In here, you mean? It's kind of spontaneous, isn't it? Yeah, it looks cool. Yeah, I love the sunflowers. I don't know if they're soon going to be gone. I wanted to get some at Roots or my little market yesterday, but I just didn't have time to walk away from work to get them. That happens. Hi, Judy. What else? Oh, I didn't do green yet. So I have a weekend off, and then I have Longs Park Art Show, which is really close to where I live, and this is the first time I've been accepted into the show, so I'm excited about it. It's extra fun getting to do a show where you don't have to leave for the weekend. Like if I forget it, it takes the pressure off. I mean, I do love to go away for the weekend, don't get me wrong, but it's nice to do one at home because then if I forget something, I can just take it the next day. It just takes off a lot of pressure. Okay, now I'm ready for paint. So I have enough of a map there that I can kind of see where I'm headed. And I usually start with my darkest darks. But I do like to have this mapped out. It more than anything, it just gives confidence that I kind of know where I'm going, which is always a good thing. Or never a bad thing, I guess. Where else do I have really dark darks? There's some in here. That red flower, it's a little bit of darkness. This is pushed back a little bit. Maybe around this. So what's new with everybody? Anything new happening? Anything you want to tell us all about? Is anyone doing shows or up to anything new. What is it? Looks like crayon. That is called an RNF pigment stick. I like using them kind of my second layer of the painting. Do some maybe dark greens up in here. And I generally work from dark to light. Not entirely, but that's how I usually dive into it anyway. And then I see what it needs, but I watched the Bob Ross documentary on Netflix. Oh, is it good? Did you enjoy it? That sounds like fun. And I'll have to write that down. Are you using acrylic or oil painting? I'm using oil. This is all oil paint. I just love oil paint. I enjoy acrylics too. But oil paint's my fave. I'm getting ready for a show in this December. Oh, good, Kira. That's wonderful. Where is it near you? Are you still in New Jersey? Is that where you live? Where's your show? Tell us about it. I just committed to doing like a 3-person show at a gallery I'm with here in Lancaster. Not until next October, but I'm already feeling a little overwhelmed because I have to have like all paintings that I do really just for the show. So in addition, next year to being ready for any outdoor shows that I do, I also have to be working on paintings for that. And I said yes, because that's what I want to be doing. It's just, it gets scary sometimes to keep up with all of it. Kira said, may seem like a long way off. Nope, it's not a long way off. I just was telling you about, I'm doing a show in October a year, and I think that it sounds quick. Allie's in a group show in New Hope that opens this weekend. Oh, that's so exciting, Allie. Wonderful. Where is it in New Hope? I was almost going to go there with my college friends, but we ended up, I think we're going to Belmar instead, but not this weekend. I don't know what I was going to say. Megan says you should join Strata Challenge, starts in September. I don't know. I want to. And we were talking about, a group of us are talking about maybe doing a Vasari day and painting in Easton, PA, doing plein air painting. Like a group of us that all went to France together. But I'm just afraid that I don't have any time in September to do anything. I feel like life's going to settle down soon, but not yet. Because I have the Rittenhouse show is... What do I have the first weekend in September? Oh, I don't know. I can't even remember what I have. Too many things happening in September, I think, to take on anything else. Now, I just want to suggest this flower down here. I don't want to do too much with that because it's very out of focus there. Yeah, I do want to plein air paint more. I just don't know if September is going to work for me. So I'm in a mastermind group, and we're all getting together in Cape Cod in September, one weekend. The second weekend in September, the third weekend, I don't know, I'm getting them all confused. I guess the first weekend in December, I'm going to be at Longs Park Art Show. Then the second weekend, I'm going to Cape Cod with my mastermind friends. And then the third weekend is Longs Bar Rittenhouse. And I am free the fourth weekend, but that's not very many weekends. Kira said, oh gosh, it sounds so intense in a nice way. I'll be across 3 galleries in Manhattan, Kansas. In Manhattan, Kansas, actually. We moved here from my husband. Oh, good. I didn't realize that. This moment with you is a blessing. Thank you. So I missed a lot. Oh, yeah. I've never been to Cape Cod. I'm excited to go there. Yes, I heard that it's gorgeous. And we're going to do all kinds of creative things. That's our goal, is to kind of do hot seats and help each other with any like business things we have going on, and we're gonna eat good food and talk about business. Hopefully not the entire time. I think maybe I'm going to go in and do a little bit of my lighter colors in here. Oh, and I forgot. Oh, our town has an event too in September that I help out with. And this is the first year I'll be home to help out with it more. So that's also on my list. I'm going to suggest that that's a flower, but not too much. All right. I like when the brush strokes kind of show up in there. Like I don't want to completely cover them. I want to let them be a little spontaneous. I might use a little bit of that color that I mixed at the end there up in here, and definitely a little flower down there, even a little bit in there. Okay, now I have to look at it and think for a little bit here. Really, I just wanted more coffee. So what do I want to do here? I always kind of dance around the main subject. I get hesitant to do too much with it. That means I need to go in and work on it a little bit, so I'm not afraid. Got nothing to lose. I'm trying to suggest the petals in there without being too precious about it. Um, 8:34, we still have plenty of time, so I don't need to rush. No hurrying. I think I hurry so much in life that when I don't need to hurry, I don't even know how not to hurry. It's too many years of training myself to be in a hurry all the time. I'm going to get rid of that. It's starting to feel a little bit like a zinnia. I have all the nice darks in there. I love like when I can hold my brush kind of to the side and just gently pull the color down a little bit. It blends it a little bit, which looks nice. I want that to be nice and soft up here because it's out of focus. It is so pretty, isn't it, Allie? Thanks, Michael, for the inspiration. You're always inspiring me. Inspired by charm. An appropriate name. Well, I don't want to get too precious, but I need to put a few more of these like lightest petals in here so that it feels zinnia-like. It's pretty light right up in there. That looks like a zinnia. Maybe I'll do some of my lighter, brighter greens too. I could go a lot lighter down in here. Yes, it's oil paint. Yes, I love oil paint. I need some really dark green, kind of dark in here. All right, that looks better. I could do my whites a little bit. Maybe that'll help. Because this is very... That's nice. That's a nice subtle color there. What's everybody having today? Coffee or tea? I have to have my coffee a little bit here. Balance it a little bit. I think I'm going to take some of that gray that I was using down there and put it up in here a little bit. That looks nice. Tea. Thank you, Anna Catherine. How are you? Are you in Boston now? Did you move? I think you were moving last week, right? Whoops. I didn't want that to go green. Let me get a little bit more white. Hot water with lemon. That got a little wonky down there, although it does look really, really light there. So I'm going to clean my brush off and just blend it a little bit. Maybe I should just leave. I think it's that this doesn't need to be so dark right there. Maybe that's my problem. Pull that in. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. Oh, I'm just cleaning my brush with a paper towel. Just like that. There, that's better. That's a nice suggestion of that out of focus flower. I need a little yellow in there. Do I have a little yellow? Here's a little yellow. There, that gives it a nice suggestion of that flower. Are you painting a canvas or a board or something else? It's called an ampersand gesso board. So that's what it looks like. It's wired in the back. So it's a dimensional panel with the sides painted gold, but it's a smooth piece of board. Thank you, Ellen. Yeah, I like painting on a smooth surface. I like how it feels. Need to blend those edges a little bit. All right, now I need to work on these two flowers. And it is 8:41, so I got to get moving here, right? And that usually makes a big difference once I dive into the lighter colors. Do you have to gesso the board? No, you do not need to gesso the board because it's pre-gessoed, so it's really convenient. Now, when I work on a big canvas, on a large painting, I do gesso that. So that takes extra time. I like that I don't need to gesso these boards. All right, moving along here a little bit. It's very lively, isn't it? Feels like it has a lot of good energy. I do want to make this all a little darker in here. Felt like I was being a little precious, so I just... That's better. That pushes it back a little bit. And this petal, and I could do some of the greens. I love these. Green, mix of green in here. Pink and green are just so magical together. Okay, that's getting there, but now I feel like this, I have to make this a little darker in there to make that little center part look separate, I guess, is what I'm trying to do. And then the red. That helped. It's better. I need a little bit more. can go to the lightest lights. We'll see how that looks. Do you think I'm ready? I think I might be. This could go a little darker in here. Throw a little purple maybe. That looks nice. Okay. Whoops, am I missing anything? Nope. All right, let's go to the lightest lights in here. Loving the blue that remains on the sunflower petals. Me too. Takes all my willpower not to accidentally cover that up. But I love how that looks. Those little pops of color that I just kind of whimsically put in there make such a big difference. I've got a little green glow in here. No, I could do my lightest lights, but no, wait, let me make sure. I could do some lighter greens up in here too before I finish. Because I did mix this beautiful, very pale green color that I need to use. Because I love it. It's fun, those little wispies that are over top of that flower in the background. I think that's nicely quiet. Bright green, yes, so pretty. And I love that, like that little pop of color, that pink and green in there, so cool. But I still have to do some of my lightest colors, my lightest white up in here. And then I might be close to finished. It's awfully fun, isn't it? I love to see it come together. Like I didn't know how this was going to look, but I think I'm loving it. It's always like a surprise. Someone said that to me at the art show. It's like they asked me about it, and I said it's just as much a surprise to me when a painting turns out. Because you just have to have faith through the process. You see any bits that I need to pay more attention to? Like that. This looks a little sloppy right in here. Let me work on that. And I thought there was a pop of something. Well, I need a little bit more dark green. Like in here. I'm looking to see if there's any spots that I have that are white showing through that I don't want. White of my excuse me, my background. Oh, I have this fun little stem right there. Let me see anything I missed. Anything else I need to look at or change? I could bring a little bit of this whiteness even in. That breaks that up a little bit. There is white like behind those petals. I like that. That broke that shape up a little bit. Or does that draw your eye too much now? Love the scheme. It's beautiful. It is a beautiful color scheme. My gosh. Yes, I totally agree. And again, this is Michael from Inspired by Charm. This is his photo that he took of his flowers that he grew in his garden. They're gorgeous. I don't know. I think I might be finished. So I'm looking over the whole thing to see if I'm missing anything. Something needs more attention. Irma. Oh, good. Yes, and I will save this on my YouTube channel today. So if you want to watch it later, if you missed it, tuning in late, I'll save it over there. I don't know. You see anything else I need? Oh, maybe just this pink right here. I don't know. I think I'm fussing with it and don't need to be. I'm going to sign it. These flowers make me feel happy, she said. I agree. Me too. Okay, there's my painting reference. And my paintings, see close some of the fun little bits of color. And there's my palette. So I'm going to turn this around and say thanks for coming and hanging out with me today, my friends. It was fun as always. And I will save this on my YouTube channel that you can watch it if you want to. Paint along or try it. And I hope you all have an amazing day. And we'll do it again next Wednesday. So this hour goes by so quickly. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye. Thank you.